Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Brianna. If you're new here, subscribe, like, do all that. And to the people that have been watching, you've kind of seen that I've been lacking, but I promise it's just because I've been a little under the weather and been doing other things, and I just really haven't felt like recording. Sorry for that slight interruption, but oh my god, my ear itches. I'm sorry. Okay. So yeah, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Hopefully this will be posted today, which is Tuesday. If not, hopefully Wednesday. Thursdays, I'm gonna try to work on it today so I can edit that one too, but we'll see where everything goes and that. But today's video is things attractive about guys, and I've had some help from some friends, but I've also taken personal experiences and wrapped them into this video. So let's go. Alright, the first thing is hair. And I think that's the first thing you notice about someone is their hair personality. When they change their hair, you notice it. When they don't, when they get a haircut, you notice it. For guys mostly, because you notice it. But personally, me, I like guys that can rock long curly hair, or even long hair. You don't even have to have curly hair, but if you have long hair. Okay, sorry for that brief interruption, but like I was saying, I like guys that have long hair, but if you can keep it curly too, that is also a great thing. But hair turns girls. It turns girls on. I mean, if you have nice hair, we're definitely gonna go for you. So keep your hair nice, boys. But good hair is also nice to girls because we like playing with your hair. We like, we like the way you look is probably one thing that we're gonna say why we like you, and that's a definite thing. But if you have personality traits that are helpful to girls, like hair, because we like to play with your hair, and we just like a guy with some nice hair, Eyes. Now, eyes, I don't think it's the first thing you notice, but it's something that you notice about the person when you kind of start talking to them, because you look them sometimes directly in the eyes. But, I said, light brown or blue eyes is a home run for me, which is definitely true. I like light brown eyes. I have very dark brown eyes, but that's why I like light brown or like blue, because I think that really stands out. But I don't think it matters what kind of eye color your eyes are, as long as you look great with your hair and your personality and your eyes just match it, then that's definitely a turn on. But eyes for girls, because we are always looking into your eyes. Whether we're hugging, we're gonna or like cuddling, we're always gonna look into your eyes. When we're in a deep conversation, we're always gonna look into your eyes. It's just a common trait. Okay, let me rephrase that. But eyes for girls, because we're always looking into your eyes. So, like when we're cuddling, we're always looking into your eyes. When we have deep conversation, we're always looking into your eyes. When there's that time of suffering or like you're in something, and we're always gonna look into a guy's eyes and hope that they will expect us to feel safe in their arms, and that's definitely true. And yeah, but we are looking into your future when we look into your eyes, and that's, I think, definitely true. Even if you don't plan a future with, or you don't get the, you end up breaking up with them, and you realize that they're not your husband or your wife. But we are, like, I feel like anything in a deep relationship, that when we look into your eyes, it's like we're looking towards the future, because I think we obviously are, but it's just something that eyes are attractive. And personality. Now, my personality is a little goofy and a little weird for some people, but having a nice personality is my type. If you're not verbally abusive and like, I mean, sometimes we say it on accident, just saying, but if you're saying it like every time, yeah, kind of a bad thing that turns girls off. Just saying, girls don't like negativity. But being nice to me and my friends that I talk to, that is definitely something for a guy that is, oh my god, there's just a guy walking past and he's like running and I'm like talking about guys, like it was a perfect time, perfect moment. But, if you can be nice to me and to my friends, that's like an A+ right there. You're obviously winning the best something award. But personality takes time to find in a guy. You can't just say off the bat, oh, I like his personality. You have to know the person in order to know the personality of a person, because you could not know them at all and think they have a very nice personality and turns out that they don't. And that's happened on very few occasions of my, I know the spectrum, but but definitely when you can tell he has a nice personality, then it's attractive. If it's not something that lines up, then you know it's not probably something that the personality of a guy. But personality, you need to be nice. You obviously need to be kind. You need to be respectful to whoever you're talking to or you're going out with. But I think personality is a good one. Smile. I think this one's a big one because if you have a good smile, and if you have a cute, shy smile is my kind of type. I like if you're like shy but like cute when you smile, like you're like just trying to hide your smile. I think that's like cute, but it also depends on like what the person is. But girls like a nice clean smile from guys, and smile is always important. I think that's always because we're always happy, and if you're happy, we're happy. So I think that's when you really like smile and you're like I mean, I don't have the greatest smile ever, but just when you can make a girl smile too is also another big personal thing of smile attractiveness. But that's a good one. Humor. Sorry, that was like the best thing I've done in a video. But I love a guy with some humor, even if it's dry humor. If it's dry humor like dad jokes, you got my heart, because I need a guy with some jokes that are like top notch. But girls love when guys with humor that can make them laugh when they are down is amazing. That is definitely true. If we're down and you make us laugh, that is some sauce mixed in with attractive things. That's just like the big shell of the genie pool is humor. Like, you gotta have some humor in your life, and I think this one's a good one because I'm like the goofiest person. Like, a lot of people don't know that I'm that goofy, but if you would have spent like a day at home with me, you would see how humor my family is and like how funny we are, because like that's definitely like the thing. So I do like humor, and I think humor is a good thing. Now this one was sent in, and I think it's a good one. It's acknowledge the little things, and that's definitely a great thing. If you remember my not personality, but my confidence, this is definitely something that you could use for your confidence too. But it's acknowledge the little things. I love when a guy does this, but girls love when you notice little things about them. Acknowledge little things is kind of like insecurities, because you can acknowledge insecurities, which are little things. I have some insecurities too, but just to talk stretch marks, that's something a guy can acknowledge. I think more guys, I don't want to say likes good stretch marks, but they're an insecurity that is something that it doesn't matter who you are, it's just happens and you have to move on. But if they acknowledge the little things, and I think that's really cool, like if they acknowledge that you cut your hair or you changed your hair, they're gonna acknowledge that. But if it's something that they don't acknowledge, don't worry, let the stuff hold on until you start further talking to them, and then they'll start somewhat acknowledging the little things about you. This is something that has always been a trait of mine that's attractive, is be kind. And this is always a great one, and you always want someone with some sweet and sugar, and I think that's really cool. But if they're kind, if they're just like a humble person, you have my heart. Because some people aren't as kind nowadays as others, but I think if you find the right guy, you kind of like find how kind they are and how genuine they are. And I'm gonna put in kind like humble, because humble is something that faith and like religion for me is kind of based on. I also think that that's attractive if you're like a person like me who loves the Bible, and I'm starting to get more into it, but you have faith and you have like a humble personality. I think that's a great one. Now the next one is care about your feelings. So care about our feelings, girls' feelings. So guys caring about our feelings is key. Lock it in, make sure it doesn't break, okay? But when guys care about your feelings, it makes us girls know that we have your trust and we can tell you everything. This, I think, is key, not when you're first talking to a guy, but when you're starting that relationship point of the spectrum. Because if you care about our feelings, like when we're down, and you know that we're down, and we're we're okay, and you're like, no, you're not. See, they're acknowledging your feelings, and that is definitely something that's really cool and exciting, but it also helps us in a way because we feel that we gained your trust and we can tell you everything, and that you care about us. So that's really cool. So this one was a good one. Sporty, but also has time for you. So if they're in sports, but they also can have time for you, that is an amazing thing. I think that in a relationship that if they are playing sports, that you do find that. Sometimes it's not always often if they're in a higher end sport, higher ranking sport, but I love this. Personally, I like baseball and hockey guys. They're just my favorite. But when they can still make time to see you, this is just a great feeling, and it is. I have to say, because I know baseball real well, so I can personally speak for people that are going for baseball guys. But I think if you're in the higher end, you can't really say that they can make time to see you. They will say that, but they will mean it, but they can't always see you almost every single weekend, if you get my point. But if you're like Jimmy John's Field, like Utica and stuff like that, they make time to see you, and I think that's amazing, and it's great when you can find that. Loyalty, loyal, A+, please guys. If you have this trait, not a lot of guys have this anymore, because they just treat women very disrespectfully, and I don't know if it's just like play fight or like playing around with girls, but it's not fun. And loyalty, I think, is basically gaining your trust, and I think that's always a great one too, but someone who is super sweet is a great one, but that you can always put your trust in is also a great thing, because loyalty, if you're loyal to someone, that means you really care for them, and you're probably not going to let them go for a while, and that's super sweet, super nice, and yeah, respectful. Some guys nowadays aren't that respectful of girls' privacy. Just saying. But someone that is respectful is a keeper. That's definitely true, because you don't find that nowadays. I think back then you found that, but nowadays you just don't find that. This can be a great key to success in a relationship. It's respect, because if I have respect for you and I'm not asking you personal things, and you're not, well, I mean, obviously you can, but if you're not asking me about, girl stuff, then yeah, that is like respect. It's just, you have to have that in a relationship, and I think that's what people leave out of a relationship, is respect. Now these next 4 I kind of came up with myself, but I think there's some great key success to a relationship. So the first one is a guy that laughs out loud. If you're like me, everyone loves my laugh, and loves my laugh. I'm just saying, I can laugh at any moment. It's just, but I love this one because sometimes it makes you want to laugh. If you laugh out loud, it's just like, it makes you want to laugh. You also know that they have a great personality, because, if they laugh, my leg is like not doing great today, but if you can work with that, and it's a great personality trait, is, you don't have to laugh out loud, but if you do laugh, it's gonna be funny, and it's gonna make a girl laugh. But yeah, now I'm just gonna kind of go into it, but speak passionately, hold a conversation. I think that's really cool if you can do that. If you can speak with passion in your whatever we're talking about, that is definitely, and hold a conversation. This is something that the guy can communicate with you and always knows what to say. This is definitely true. I don't think a lot of people speak passionately anymore, but I try to. And hold a conversation. If you can hold a conversation, you're not just drifting like, oh hey, you like the winter time, and they're like, oh yeah, but I really like this and that, and they're like talking about like something else, and that they can't hold a conversation. Just saying. And hugs from behind. You're like, oh, sweet old good days. But but girls personally love this, because first, we don't expect you to hug us from behind. It's just not a natural thing. But if you do, you kind of surprise us too, so that's really cool. And second, it's really just nice because you hugs are very warm, depending on whoever you are. I see hugs from behind are like Olaf, because Olaf loves warm hugs, and I think that is something that is really cool. Workout or plays a sport. I think this is a good one. It's personally one of my traits that I like in a guy, but I personally love these guys because we have the same hobbies and get to share great things. It's definitely true, because if you work out, I love to work out, and I love to do stuff together, and that is just something that is attractive about a guy, because if you work out and you play a sport, you're doing double work, and it's actually a really great thing, and it's not like something we feel so insecure about because we have to work out by ourselves, or because you're a businessman, or so yeah, I'm sorry, I just have some like dry skin and it's like bugging me, but I hope you liked this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, do all that fun stuff. I'm gonna try, like I said, I'm gonna try to film today's video, or Thursday's video, so that we can get to working on this a little bit faster, a little bit smoother, and I can edit these. And yeah, so peace out from Brie.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I've become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my show. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon, we just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good